Journey to the Savage Planet, released January of 2020. Available on all modern platforms, retailing for $29.99. Journey to the Savage Planet is an exploration-based first-person shooter. You have been sent to an alien planet to explore and evaluate the resources thereof, which at first you might think this will bear similarities to Minecraft or No Man's Sky. However, the best comparison to make is actually the Metroid Prime series. However, where that series goes for a feeling of isolation and a serious tone, Journey to the Savage Planet sadly makes attempts at being funny, which could have actually worked if there was more variety in the jokes. At every turn, you will be reminded that the company you work for is incompetent and doesn't care about you. And that's funny for about the first 3 minutes of the game. You will then have another 8 hours or so of game, where this joke will keep coming up and never be funny again. The gameplay on offer is also fairly rudimentary. You have a basic gun to shoot aliens with. You also have a number of items that you throw in different situations. The vast majority of puzzles in this game will be solved by simply throwing the right item at it. The basic gameplay loop is pretty simple. You need to find a specific resource to craft an upgrade for yourself. Once you've crafted that upgrade, you then get told where another resource is to craft yet another upgrade. Each upgrade will allow you to explore a little bit more of the world in an almost Metroidvania-like fashion. This isn't bad, but it's also not without its annoyances, as you don't just need the one specific thing the game is telling you to get to craft any upgrade. You will also need lesser, more common resources in the form of carbon, silicon, aluminum, etc. So most of the time you will come back with the item you thought you needed to craft your new upgrade to explore more, only to find out that no, you need to go grind out some enemies or find some resource veins so you can actually craft the upgrade. Which wouldn't be so annoying if there was more you could do with these resources. Like if you could build yourself a little house or craft decorations to put around your ship or something. But no, you can only craft upgrades. So it's like getting an item in Metroid, but with extra steps. And the extra steps are busy work. Now this is technically an open world, so you do have the opportunity to go off the beaten path, at least to an extent. However, there is not very much to find out in the world except for some health upgrades. Which yes, more health is always useful, but the combat in this game is not exactly intense. And while yes, there are encounters you could call boss fights in this game, they usually have more of a puzzle feel than a combat feel. Usually there's a very large monster, and you need to figure out exactly how to shoot its glowing weak spots. And the later you get into the game, the more hoop jumping will be required to hit the glowing weak points. The game does try to hint that there's something more interesting going on, with alien ruins being strewn about the world you're on, but usually when there's an opportunity for something interesting, the game will instead make a joke about how the company you work for is incompetent and doesn't care about you. And I don't mind things being undercut with a joke if the joke is actually funny, or at least feels original. Sadly, no joke in this game ever accomplishes that. So, is Journey to the Savage Planet worth your time and money? No. No, it is not. And the sad part is, I really think there is a good version of a comedy Metroid Prime game that could be made. This is just sadly not it. $30 is just too much to ask for a game like this. It's very short, it's unfunny, and the gameplay is not engaging. And this just feels like a case of squandered potential. There was a good game in here somewhere, but the execution just was not able to bring it forth. Please do subscribe, comment, like, and tell your friends.